Okay, so we have started our this credit number 3, and here in the adaptation of bryophytes already we have seen the 3 lectures. So again, with reference to this, generally we have to see about the ecology of the bryophytes. So already we are knowing ecology, it is firstly, this word was proposed by the zoologist writer, and in Greek words oikos means the home and the logos means the to study. So while we are studying in relation of individual of bryophytic plants and the communities to the complex environment. So this ecological study, in ecology, population means same kind of the individuals in a one group. It is called as a population, and many populations gives to the formation of the community. So very interestingly, the bryophytic habitats, generally we are knowing they are having the different main two conditions, terrestrial and the aquatic. So terrestrial, which grow on the soil, and the aquatic means which grow where the aquatic water conditions are, more water conditions are there or in the water. So in aquatic, fresh water and marine water. So fresh water bryophytes, like we are knowing the Rixia flutans, so it is to be supposed as free floating, but as we have collected, generally where the slope of the any hill is there and where the water generally store, so this condition is showing the floating type of the condition. And Riella is the one genus species Aphanis. It is a submerged, so it is under the water, so in the terrestrial aquatic condition. In marine condition, the some bryophytes, they grow as per the salinity, salt condition, where the high salinity is there. So Scapania undulata, it is a leafy liverwort found in the sea condition. Then epiphytic, that is corticolous, which grows on the bark of the trees are there. Again, there are two types: obligate epiphytic and facultative epiphytic. Obligate means generally these are usually restricted only the same plant bark is there. They never grow on the other substrate. For a good example are the tortula moss is there, Levi pilia, and the zygodon is the another moss. In facultative, the Bryum or the Medgeria and the Frulania. Bryum is a moss, but others two are the hepatic members. Frulania is the leafy, so they grow and they survive on the substrate. Then lignicolous generally they grows on the fallen wooden logs are there. So these are conditions. So on these wooden logs, common members Lepidogia, family GSE, then Lophocolia, so family Lophocoliaceae, then Legionnaceae, and some genera like Novelia, Odontoshima, Zupsis, and the Cephalogia. So I think we have also collected this Cephalogia, then Legionnaria members. So they are very smaller. Leafy junglemanus, some are growing epiphytic, some are on the terrestrial. Then epilithic, or these are called as the saxy colors. So colors. So these bryophytes directly grow on the rocks only in the alkaline or acidic condition. So they are called as epilithic. Main there are two types, again obligate and the facultative. So in obligate, some good examples are there: Porella or the Grimia or the Frulania. These are the common genera. Some species are reported there. Then facultative or sexicolous, so they may grow and survive on the other substrate. So therefore they are called as a facultative. Good example is the Bryum capillaris or the Conocephalum genus and the Porella. Actually Conocephalum, it is also found in our Indian region, but specific conditions are very important. Then Epiphyllus or Folicolous. Epiphyllus is the character of tropical rainforest. So we have worked for the our Indian islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So in Andaman Islands we have collected too many Epiphyllus. These forms are there. So tropical means heavy rainfall and heavy temperature throughout the year. In monsoon is also there, but in Andaman throughout the year there is a rainfall is there, sudden rainfall. So what happens here? So living high trees are there, and their leaves are very larger, deciduous or evergreen types, and they shows the certain leafy jungle menace or the Epiphyllus jungle. So again there are two types, obligate and the facultative. Obligate generally grows only on the high surface of the higher plants, never grow on the other substrate. For example, Collagenia, Leucolegenia are the good examples. Then facultative, Epiphyllus or the Follicolous means generally they having the substrate, generally grow and survive on the other substrate. It is shown by the T. Pox in 1978. So many members are there, generally growing in such like. And one good example is there, desert bryophytes are there. So desert means what? So some genera having the capability to tolerate the great heat and the great drought condition. So it is firstly studied by Moore and Scott in 1979 and reported the Barbula tortucata is a moss. Then Tortula princess, which grows on the sand dunes are there, and their depth of it is having the 4 centimeter in the field is there. So these are some good examples. So you remember this one. Okay. Then nextly there are some distribution of bryophytes in this region. So according to Pandey in 1958, it is divided into Indian biological units into 4 major groups. As first one, Himalayan region, it has again to the Western Himalaya territory. It is from western boundaries of Kashmir and the eastern Himalayan territory. It includes the eastern part of the mountainous region. So generally like this, Burma, Bangladesh, they comes under this. Nextly, the Himalayan, after that, the second one, Punjab and the Western Rajasthan plains. So it represents the area of Western India and the as it shows the Punjab and the West Rajasthan plains. So it having under the Western India, where the low rainfall is there. Central India and Gangetic Plain, UP, Bihar, Bengal, Orissa, MP, and the Gujarat and some part of Gujarat and Maharashtra. Then so the southern zones are there. It represents the total peninsula in India, which can be divided into 2 parts as the west, then west coast, and the Deccan Plateau. So this generally 2 zones, southern zones are there. Then Singh in 1992 has rightly proposed and recommended to include the Andaman and Nicobar as a major biological unit or the region. In fact, its climatic conditions and biodiversity are different from those regions as proposed by Pandey in 1958. Then physiology of bryophytes. In physiology already we are knowing there are the different conditions are there, physiological process are there. So they may be compared on the same line of pteridophyte, gymnosperm and the angiosperms are there. So we will see in the next lecture. Okay.